we are live. Happy Friday, everyone. So today I thought I would do a vlog, and today's topic is, or question is, are you trying to build a Ferrari in the back shed? And I'll answer that one in a minute. We'll talk about that in a moment. But one question I get asked all the time is, can you give me a meal plan and program, or when can I get my meal plan and program, if they're, new clients and so on. And for certain clients, particularly athletes and high performers, this is generally what they get, right? However, outside of these athletes and high performers who are just looking to outsource decisions that they don't need to make, and are very highly disciplined anyway, the overemphasize of meal plans and the perfect gym program by the health and fitness industry is kind of useless. And here's three reasons why, right? The first one is that generally targeted nutrition plans and tactics for athletes generally consist of a narrow set of nutrients rather than kind of food items, right? And they're consumed every day for a period of time. And they might be cycled through, but there's going to be some basics, particularly bodybuilding, you're going to have some staples, right? And that's not really typical of the way that most of us eat. Most of us would have whole meals, like they have pasta and sauces and indescribable amount of protein mixed into the sauces and so on. Or, from day to day we're eating different things because we've got different things out. We eat out, even home cooked meals would be, maybe things like spaghetti bog or shepherd's pie or something like that, right? So it's not how we've been typically raised to eat. So it's going to be a bit of a step change and very different, right? Also, I guess the second reason is the perfect plan or program still requires nuances. Like, it's very customized, right? And it's based on how you respond to certain things. And so that's not going to matter much if you're not consistently meal prepping or exercising already. And if you want an effective plan, then it's going to involve more than just a simple transaction and then whipping up a couple of random, instructions on a page, right? There's going to need to be a to and fro between the person writing a plan or a coach to actually understand how you're responding to it, and it's going to take you to a whole bunch of factors that are outside of how you're physically moving and what you're physically eating, at least with my style of coaching. The other piece is as well, right? The third one is, if you don't understand sort of broader context around what you're doing, and you don't have enough nutrition knowledge, and so on, and if you're not clear on the deeper reasons why you're doing something, then you're really unlikely to stick to the plan in any case, because you're going to make decisions because you don't understand, you're just going to change things, or you're not going to follow it anyway because it's too hard, and you'll look at it and go, yeah, okay, that's great, and then you won't actually make the steps to change it. So then all you've done is wasted everyone's time, right? So back to our Ferrari example, getting a meal plan and program is a bit like picking up a hammer, heading to your backyard shed and trying to build a Ferrari from scratch without a plan, or a very rudimentary plan, like basically a chalk drawing, right? Sure, you have one tool and maybe two, but like, if you think about it, right, you're in the wrong environment with not enough of the right tools. You have no integrated or clear or simple plan, like of which step is to go when. The task that you're trying to complete is too complex. You're all alone and you don't have the skills. And if you think about how Ferraris or any cars are built, right, they're built within a structure. And what I mean by that is, for starters, they're probably in a factory with all the equipment that you need. And it's done in a sequence of service or a sequence of build, however you want to call it. It's done with skills, right? You have technicians or factory hands or designers that all have a role, and they understand their skill sets, and they've been practicing mastery for a period of time to actually hone on those skills and make sure that they can do their part correctly, right? And everybody is also, they've got the right support, right? So you've got structure, skills, and support. And the support, obviously, is not just the team of workers at each station, but it's also the belief of those workers that they believe in what they're building, and they have the clear vision around what they're building, right? And everybody's working towards the same thing. So, Yeah, so those are some things. So obviously the skills, structure and support. And so apart from talking about the how and the what in next week's free webinar, if you haven't already seen that, which is how to get a banging body in 90 days, we're also going to cover some of the attributes you need to develop in order to undertake and apply some of these targeted targeted tactics to shrink body fat. We're going to talk about the mindset and behaviours you need to develop to be able to tackle more complex and targeted approaches to weight loss, including simple things with being okay with breaking down a step into its simplest part until you've actually mastered that. And also the additional skills you need to develop once you've got a whole bunch of embedded basics in, to develop, attain, and sustain a lean physique. There's a lot more that goes into it from a mental point of view, and you're not going to pick all these up, or you're not going to have all of them. That's fine. You need to be aware of what you need to build, or where you need to close the gap on, if this is something you truly want to actually get involved. And the point is, it's a journey, right? It's not something that happens overnight. There's certain things that are going to happen. Are you going to master everything? No, but you'll know exactly what you need to work on, and you can work a reasonable plan around that. So, if you're ready to lean in, to lean up, then make sure you register using the link in the comments. And don't forget as well, there's a separate prize draw that will be announced through the webinar, and so you can register for the prize draw as well, and make sure you attend the webinar if you're interested in winning the prize. The prize is for a spot in my new exclusive group coaching program. More details of that will be dropped next week. And of course, you can always reach out if you want to know more information in the meantime. All right, have a great weekend, and have a think about whether or not you want to start building a Ferrari on your own or joining team.